Patryk Gałach about AssetBundles.
Okay.
The stage is yours.
I don't have any mic, so okay. Hi, I'm Patryk Gałach, and I will talk a little bit about AssetBundles. Did anyone use them already? Well, quite a few people. Yeah, great. Before we started, I introduced myself. Okay. Nope. Yeah. So who I am? I'm currently working as a same programmer in young game studio in Warsaw, which name will be revealed soon, maybe. But after work, I'm doing a lot of things with Lublin GameDev, either a group or foundation. In Lublin, we are organizing a lot of events, for example, game jams, bar camps, workshops, and many other things. As a programmer, I participate in making Clash of Clans, no, not this game, Age of Caveman, and The Witcher Battle Arena. Those are games, of course. And besides games, I also made furniture application, which is in Tiaro. And after making this app, my life won't be the same anymore. Did you know that there are toilets for about 16,000 zloty, which you don't need to sit there only, but it also gives you shower and dry your bottom. But we don't want to talk about toilet today. So you probably play a lot of mobile games, or at least some of you. No? No one played mobile games? Okay. Okay, this is one way to do this. What I was talking about? Sorry. I have a little story about my friend that he has tasked to, create game that can change based on where. No. Again. Sorry, I came here from train straight, so I forget what was. Okay. So, when you play some of games on mobile, you can see that some of them are changing based on some events or some holidays or some important other things. So, for example, we have Clash of Clans, which changed their appearance, the game appearance in the winter. So we have snowflakes, or we have buildings covered in snow, or other games that also have changed, for example, for not only Christmas but also for Easter or for holiday, Halloween. And for quite a while I have wondering how this is done in games, and I couldn't figure it out for quite time. I start thinking about this, but I don't have any real benefit for doing this, so I wasn't digging it too much. But a friend of mine has had a little story about this, how he had had to do this because one day his boss come to him and he told him that, you know, we have game release in in 2 months, so, you know, I was thinking about that. It will be very nice that when it's come to Christmas or for New Year or for Halloween, that we'll be able to change game look, so it will match this event. And he replied that, you know, this is little, I think, too late, so we won't be able to match. But his boss don't even bother listen to him, and he just replied, you know, I know that you are very talented, so that will be not the problem for you, and he just leave him with this to do. So he sat and started thinking about this. First, which came to his mind was that, okay, so there are a lot of games that are changing assets in some events, but how they are doing it. The first which came to our mind is that let's put all those assets to game and release this game, and basing on date in calendar, we will change just that graphics on buildings or on our character. We'll just change textures. But there's one problem. Google has some limitations to build application size, but we don't want to pass. So this wasn't the solution that he was looking for. So he sat and started thinking about this again. So if I can put all those assets to game, I will make each time update to our game. The game build will be significantly smaller than the first one, in the first idea. But there's another problem. Apple. Why? Because they have, I don't know, 2 weeks or 3 weeks that they are reserving for them to verify your application to be able to publish in store. So, okay, if you do this once, no problem. But when, for example, Christmas has 5 days, then after that you will have to update this game again with reverted graphics, and this is painful a little. So he sat again and start wondering, how can I do this? How can I do this without making a lot of updates and without putting all those assets in build? There are asset bundles. Yeah. And when he realized that there are some such thing as asset bundles, he started figuring out how to use them, and this was really almost straightforward mechanic to implement in game, and this will also reduce game to just code mostly. So build size is just a little of game. So what are those asset bundles? Oh, yeah, inspiration. when I started thinking about this, I saw that Clash of Clans made those changes. So in winter there's snow, on holidays are green. So after that I started thinking about how to do this. Yeah, AssetBundles. So what are those AssetBundles? As the name suggests, there are packages of assets. We can throw their scenes, we can throw their textures, sounds, prefabs, materials, models, everything basically you can have in project. But you can't put there, you can't update scripts by AssetBundles. This is just one thing that you can do this, which you can't do this. So, what AssetBundles give you to development? First, as I said before, those are packages of assets, and those assets don't need to be in build. So you can just pack those assets and set a link to server or cloud, which you can after download. But you have also need to have cloud or server, as you wish. And when you prepare a game for using AssetBundles, then it's easy to create another AssetBundles. But with Unity 5, I think, AssetBundles can have different variants. So, for example, we can now easily create AssetBundles with SD graphics, and we can easily create AssetBundles with SD graphics. So you can easily have two variants of your game for low-end devices and for high-end. Also, AssetBundles share references to each other. So when you're creating AssetBundles variant for Christmas and for Halloween, then some of assets won't change. So we can create some generic AssetBundle that contains those general assets, and then those AssetBundles for Christmas and for Halloween will share references to this general AssetBundle. So what are yeah of using AssetBundles? The biggest one is, of course, you can't update scripts. But also you have to have a server for them. Or not, if not server, then you have to have cloud where you store those AssetBundles. Also, you have to have a mechanism for downloading them and for managing them in game. So Unity already have posts on their blogs, and after that I'll show you. Thing that you have to have in mind is that AssetBundles are not compatible between different platforms. So if you build AssetBundles for Android, then you can't use those AssetBundles for iOS. and vice versa. The only compatible asset bundles I think are standalone and web, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's safer to build asset bundles for each platform. And also, making asset bundles give you asset bundles give you a little overhead. So it, with more and more asset bundles, this overhead will really increase, and this will be a little overkill for game or and of course device. So it's important to find this balance of making few and many asset bundles. And the most the worst of all problems that you will have with asset bundles is that there is really lack of information about how to use them. The only toolings that I will show you, those are really two posts sites that you can base on, but if you like to try something and there's no and you have problem, then well, you have to either put a question on Unity forum or on Unity Ask, and if you are lucky, there you will have answer. But okay, I don't like theory. Let's jump to Unity.
Yep.
Oh, and there are those two links that if you would like to see, I have them here. Oh, so first is a post on Unity. Now there are in tutorials. Asset bundles and the asset bundle manager. This is really nice long posts that are describing basically everything in what you would like to know. But of course, there is a lot of more things that you will maybe have with other things. Problems with other things. And if not this post, then you will have to also jump to manual and compression. I think. Okay. There is somewhere this table with compatibility of asset bundles between platforms. Yeah.
Since you're already in the documentation, I wanted to mention that you can actually include scripts in asset bundles, as the documentation says, but you have to include them as DLLs. On the left, if you include scripts in asset bundles, left below.
Yeah.
So it is possible, but you have to include DLLs and not scripts.
Yeah, but I think there will be problem on iOS.
Yeah, that's the main thing, is you're allowed to use it if it's a standalone, but if it's through the iOS or Google
Yeah.
Chrome, that's when it is limited.
You can't include this for iOS, so it will give you a problem. Nope. Here. Okay, so in this post you also have sample, so which now is on Asset Store that you can download. I will jump through what is in this sample, so you will better understand how they are working. As I said before, in asset bundles you can include assets or scenes. First sample is loading assets. So basically here we have loader that which we gave name of asset bundle, here bundle, cube bundle, and the name of asset that are in this asset bundle. So basically now we have in this scene is just this loader, and after start it will don't work. Yeah, standard. Okay. Now it will. Yeah. Also, if you want to, we can jump to the script, but maybe later, if you will have some time. So there is sample for assets. Also there is sample for loading scenes. So also we're just giving name of asset bundle and name of scene. And now we will see that, voila, cube with plane on the scene. When we, as I said before, asset bundles also have variants. So we have variant for, here in this example we have variant for SD and for HD graphics. Oh, here. Yeah, no. So now we can load HD, high resolution, great, and easily as wait. So with this sample, there's few things that you can see here. This sample have this local server that are simulating our remote server that will share to us those asset bundles. But here I check simulation mode, which is just don't use any asset bundles, just use assets in project. So when I check local server and I okay, so maybe I will not be able. Okay, not this time. Okay, never mind. When this server will work, then you will see that HD are in this blue color, but SD are in pinky red, something like this. But I will stay with simulation mode, so we'll have this. Not this time. So also this one sample won't work as it should be, I think. But here we can select SD, HD, we will set HD, desert, and text in English. So we'll see. More and more problems. Interesting. Okay. So basically, if you do this in home, I think it should work. Hopeful. Yeah. Not. The thing you have to do is just check start asset bundle server and uncheck simulation mode. Then this local server will give you those bundles as it should do. And okay, so maybe just this will try. No, I don't think this will work, but maybe. Not this time. But basically, it will. You can just select if those graphic cards should be in SD, HD, and so on. How we are building those asset bundles? It's really simple, and you will have just to do two things. Okay, let's create just that. Create new prefab. Okay, it will be prefab. And here there is this part of over here. There is this little part of Unity that most of the time you don't even look at. But as you can see here, there is this label asset bundle. Here, as default, there is no asset. This asset is not assigned to any asset bundle, so both are known. First one is asset bundle name. So we can just create a new one, or we can use the other that are already created. Let's say we want new, and let's call this asset bundle. Okay, and let's. Okay, we can. Let's also assign here some cube, mesh, filter, mesh, blender. Okay, and save, and let's remove this. And now, to show you that this is working, yes, I think. Here we create prefab, and we set just mesh here. We also set asset bundle that this prefab will be in. So now we will just have to here asset bundle, assign asset bundle fag, and asset name is new prefab, and it will work. Yeah. So this is how asset bundles are created. The other thing is that how are created asset bundle variants. The thing that you have to remember creating variants is that the folder structure of those variants and asset name have to be the same. So here we have, I'm just here using Unity sample. Here you have created folders. Name of those folders, it doesn't matter. What does matter is name of things that are inside. So here, as you can see, in both folders, those assets are named the same. The thing that's just changing is here resolution of and text. This texture is basically changing, and the resolution of this screen. As you can see, there is 2K, logo Unity, and here is 100. As you can, okay. Here. So here, now, if we want to create variants for those assets, we'll just mark those three assets as variants, and okay, I can set my assets, and here we can set HD, and we will do the same here, but we will set assets and the variant as D. Great. And basically this is all you need to do to create variants, really. When we assign those things, and we will build those asset bundles, we will just choose between many asset bundles. We'll choose that now we are using time. Okay. If we want to use ASD or HD, and we don't have to bother about references in C. And as we are running out of time, then if you want to, so we won't have time to jump into Asset Bundle Manager, but how to use it. Or I will just show you this loader. Basically, I know what I have to show you. Here. Okay. As you can see, building asset bundles will give you a list of all those asset bundles, and the most important thing is this platform manifest. Here, okay. I don't see anything here. Okay, so here in this manifest you have this information about asset bundles. Here you have also asset bundle name, and you also have dependencies. So those are references. And when you are loading at the beginning, you have to load this file to have idea of what you need also to load. And as we are out of time, so just quick summary. What we can do with asset bundles. Asset bundles we can store assets and scenes. On iOS we are unable to update scripts via asset bundles. Asset bundles can be in few variants, and we are not limited to few. So if you want to create 50, you can create 50 asset bundles. Also, you have to have a server or cloud that is storing all your asset bundles, and you also have to build asset bundles for each platform. So if you have questions, so I think it's time. Yeah, we have time.
3 questions.
Okay.
Are there any?
Not? Yeah.
Sorry about my poor English, but if I understood you well, you said something about the weight of the bundle, yes? So to be aware of the weight
Yeah,
of the bundle,
basically.
what is the practical approach? You think there would be better to use many small asset bundles or one big? And big, how much this is the big one?
If you create one big asset bundle, then you each time you update this, for example, one or two things in this one big asset bundle, then after that you have again download this, I don't know, for example, 15 megs of file. But if you split this file into 5, then if you update one part, one or two asset bundles in those that are just are, for example, 2 megs, 1 megs file, then that won't be problem. But if you are making too many asset bundles, then each asset bundle will give you a little overhead because of the way they are built. They have to be managed by engine, so there are also so in each asset bundle is not only assets, but it's little this amount that are information for engine how to use them. So if you have too many asset bundles, then you know this little is stacking, and you know it's little overkill.
So 5 megs is...
I used max 10 megs. I think it's. I think really it's. I think even too much. But
time of response is right time. I don't mean about bandwidth and bandwidth, but how fast it's
in the sample, you can see here this information how fast.
0.3?
Yeah, this new this prefab that I create here is loaded in 0.3 seconds.
Thanks.
Any more questions?
Just one thing. Is it still Pro feature? Pro only?
No, no, you
The
can.
old version was only Pro.
Yeah, but basically from Unity 5, everything in engine is for anyone, and the only thing for pro user, this is changing this splash screen on the beginning.
And dark skin.
Oh yeah, and dark skin.
This is the most needed feature.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's everything. Thank you. Okay, so